Good morning, boys and girls. Well, today is Tuesday, September the 1st, and in math, we are still talking about that word attributes. And yesterday we talked about one of the colors, the color green, and how that's an attribute. We use it to describe something. Well, today you are learning about a shape. The shape is a rectangle. Now, a rectangle is kind of a funny shape. It has two sides that are long and two sides that are shorter. Okay, so I found some things around my house that are rectangles. Now this is a rectangle. It's a book. Remember, these shapes are flat. So we wouldn't want to get a shoebox. A shoebox is not flat. That would be a rectangular prism. That's getting kind of fancy, so we don't want to go there yet. We want a flat shape. So this is a rectangle. So a book, that's one. This is a portfolio thing to keep papers in. This is flat. This is a rectangle. Two sides long and two sides short. It also has, a rectangle has four corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 corners. Yeah. Let's see. Now I'm going to try to trick you. Is this a rectangle? No. This doesn't have any straight lines. This is round. It's curved all the way around. What do we call this? Good. A circle. A circle. Now we see lots of circles around us. Yeah, circles are easy to see. I see them. Like right here, I have some Play-Doh. The lid of my Play-Doh and the bottom of it are both a circle. Yeah. And my water bottle, the lid is a circle right here. Okay, and it's flat. Now, we don't want to do a ball because a ball is round all the way around, and that's called a sphere. S-P-H-E-R-E, sphere, okay? And so that is a totally different thing. That's getting fancy Nancy. This is a circle. Okay, so let me try something else. See if I can trick you. What about this? This is a magnet from my fridge. It's flat, so we know it's a two-dimensional shape if it's flat. Now it has two sides that are long, two sides that are shorter. This is a rectangle. Good. How many corners? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 corners. It is a rectangle. Good job. Okay. Now, what about, you're going to know this. This is easy breezy. What about this? Some of you said square. Let's look at a square. Now this is a square. It has 4 corners, just like a rectangle. But in the square, all the sides are the same length. They're all the same. Right? And look at this. This is a rectangle. 2 sides are longer, this one on top and this one on the bottom. Now a rectangle can also look like this. So if I take my magnet from the fridge, I can hold it like this. It's a rectangle. I can tilt it. It's a rectangle. It can go like this. I can turn it any way. It's still a rectangle. Just like with this crayon box. It's a rectangle. These two ends right here are the shorter ones. And these two other ones are the longer ones. Okay? And they still have 4 corners. That's where the two sides meet. Like this. It's a corner. So, what about a picture frame? It's flat. So we know that's a plus. That's a two-dimensional shape. Now this is a picture a long, long time ago. As you can tell, like I said, I love dogs. My picture frame has dogs on it. And that's my husband, Mr. Man, long time ago. That's my son Ryan when he was little bitty. He's now 21, gonna be 22 in December. And that's my son Josh. He was about about four there, 4 or 5, something like that. And he is 25 now. So yes, this was a couple years ago. And that was where's our little dog? That was our first dog we had named Rocket, a little beagle. So yeah, this was a long time ago. But I had this in a picture frame because we thought it was so cute. So this picture frame has a rectangle inside of the bigger rectangle. Yeah, I thought that was so cool. 2 sides that are shorter and 2 sides longer. And how many corners? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put in a sentence. Say there are 4 corners. Good. There are 4 sides. There you go. Good job. We made a sentence and you spoke in a sentence, which is what we do in pre-K because you're the big kids now. You're not the little bitty babies anymore. When you're a big kid, you speak in sentences. When you want something, you say, Mom, Dad, Mommy, Daddy, Auntie, Grandma, Grandpa, whoever you're with, can I please have a juice? Can I please have some water? So you say a sentence. So families, be sure and you require them to speak in that sentence, okay? Because they can do it. They're big kids. So this is another rectangle, okay? What about, I got some mail. I kept this. I never got there at my Bath and Body Works. This is flat, so that's a plus. That's 2-dimensional. And look, 2 sides long, 2 sides short. And how many corners? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 corners. Ah, so it is a rectangle. Very good. Okay. So we have looked at trying to figure out the shapes of what things are and trying to understand what is a rectangle today. Now we're going to talk about your work of what you're going to do for me. I want you to make a rectangle, okay? So you can make a rectangle using toothpicks, and you can glue them down, or sticks of some kind. Now I have some craft sticks. Of course, I know, I'm a teacher, I have these things, yes. So these are just some pretty little craft sticks. I think I got them at Hobby Lobby or Michael's or Walmart or somewhere. And then this is an option that you could do. And I was thinking last night, how could I use these to make the rectangle? Well, let me show you. I'm gonna turn my screen down, move my stuff, okay? So what I would do, I would take 2 to make the long side. And then I would take 1 to make the end, both ends. And then I would take 2 more, do it just like I did on the bottom, 2 more to do, there we go. There we go. That is my rectangle. Oh, you can't see it, can you? Sorry. There's my rectangle. So you can do that. You can use some sticks, you can use some toothpicks to make a rectangle. And then you can glue it down, or if your family doesn't have any glue, you can take a picture of it and send it to me, okay? Another option is to use some Play-Doh. Now I'm gonna start talking about Play-Doh more, and I'm gonna have you start using it more to make letters and numbers and things. So let me show you today. I'm gonna be showing you more often, every day probably, so we can get the hang of this. I gotta squeeze it to get it out. Come on, Play-Doh. Okay, and what you wanna do with this Play-Doh, okay, you have to kind of squeeze it in your hands. It's kind of sticky, I know, but I love the way it smells. Yes, but you don't eat Play-Doh, don't eat it. Okay, so you have to start rolling it. And families, I know, Play-Doh can be a nightmare. I understand this. I have 3 kids and many dogs that have loved to eat my Play-Doh, so I've had to hide it from my dogs. But you have to teach them, the boys and girls need to learn how to roll out the Play-Doh, because this helps their hands and their motor skills so that they can understand how to use their hands to do writing. This is really, really important, okay? So they use their hands to roll the Play-Doh. This is a really good tactile activity. Plus it helps their fingers and their hands. We want them to roll it, because this is what we would be doing in the classroom. Every day we would be getting out the Play-Doh. Every day we are learning how to roll out the Play-Doh, because Play-Doh is great for having the boys and girls use it to make shapes, letters, and numbers, okay? But the first thing they have to do is learn how to roll it out. See how long I made mine? Now I can take and roll just little pieces of it. You're gonna have to let them do it, families. You cannot do it for them. You gotta let them try, okay? And it's gonna take a lot of time, just a little bit of time each day, and they will get it, but it's just gonna take some time, okay? So then I'm gonna take my snake, because that's what we're making, is a snake right now, and I'm gonna make it into a rectangle. Ta-da! Okay, and I'm gonna pinch off the end. I'm gonna make my corners so they're kind of pointy. Okay, there we go. I made my rectangle. So that is another option that you can take a picture of and send me. Play-Doh, wonderful, gotta have it, need it. It's a necessity for pre-K, okay? I know you may want to keep it somewhere really high and away from our little friends when we're not with them, so it doesn't get in the carpet. I understand, but it's great for their hands, it's great for the tactile activity, and it will help you and them because it keeps them busy, and it helps them to be able to understand how to use their hands and how to do things with the fine motor and the gross motor with their palms. It's really helpful. So I look forward to seeing these pictures or videos about the shape called the rectangle. Okay guys, make it a great day. Bye-bye.